Alright, so we're back again. Again. I feel like I say that each time we play. Alright, so today we're going to be doing a little sparring session between Gary and Johnny, who plays a character named Boots. Now, initially I had something else set up for these two, but we've decided from talking that it would probably be more beneficial to go ahead and just do a little sparring match. Just do something that's going to give them the ability for when, hopefully this weekend, I plan on getting some stuff knocked out. They're going to be doing a lot better thanks to this, essentially, I hope. I guess it depends upon how it plans out. Now, of course, tonight's, this is going to be canon. This is going to count. So guys, you know, if you do want to worry about winning or losing, that's your call. I'm not going to judge you either way. I guess that would be mainly based off your character. But what I want you guys to worry about is learning. Feel free to ask questions. You know, try things out. But this is actually going to be happening. If you guys get, you know, fucked up, don't worry. It doesn't mean you can't do something tomorrow. Since technically you're sparring, essentially, quote, you're throwing punches.
Yeah. We're not actually trying to kill each other, thank God.
Yeah. If it gets to that level, I think someone who, like, works in the sparring arena might be like, hey, y'all need to knock it off. You're scaring everybody else. We don't need murder on the list of things for my arena, thank you very much.
What else has gone on here? Well, we found a bag of cocaine under the seats.
Whoa. I was sleepy. I needed a little bump. Don't judge. So, anyways, so today we actually have Gary is actually a part of the Elite Special Forces. He is a Reptilian with a power level of 51,794. He is a level 25. And Gary, what class are you?
Royal.
You are oh yeah, you did make a Royal Reptilian. That's why that power level is so high.
Yeah.
And then we have Mr. Boots, who, even though his picture quasi looks like the same, he's actually a Gladitorian, which is Raccoon's race. I am going to find him a better picture because he has stressed his opinion about the picture, so we will fix that. But he is a freelance mercenary with a power level of 41,351. They are both level 25. Now, I should state that on my little sheet here, it shows that Gary's power level is 48,000, and Johnny's is still 41. That's because Gary's picture there shows him with all of his equipment on, but we stripped him down for this, because we don't want the unfair advantage of, hey, I got equipment and you don't, so fuck you.
Yeah. If I had my equipment, I feel like this would be pretty horrible.
But, you know, then again, you know, Johnny has money. It doesn't show it in the sheet.
Oh, no, I'm not saying he doesn't have money. I'm just saying, because he hasn't had a chance to buy his equipment, if I had mine, this would be fucking terrible, because I know what my armor was.
Yeah, because look, your speed went from 72 to, you know, 67. I'm sorry, to 66.
Okay, yeah, because I took off the boots, which gave me,
the boots
like,
and the leg band, right?
I don't know if I had a leg band. I know I had boots.
Yeah,
I think I had a leg band.
I think you may have had one too, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a little awkward that I get like +5 speed without the leg band. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
This is going to make things a little bit more interesting than even we had initially stated. I mean, you look at the fight. I mean, Johnny's got strength. You got Kai. You guys are pretty much even with speed. Johnny's got initiative. Johnny's got rage.
Yeah.
I mean, Gary, you're going to keep on your toes.
But
the good thing is,
without the equipment, because I was thinking he had like the advantage and everything.
hey, without that equipment, it makes a big difference, man.
Oh yeah, it does.
Now,
I was like thinking, I was like, damn, I'm about to get my ass kicked.
don't worry about it too much.
Nah.
Since, like I said before, since you're both kind of new,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
I don't know the system that well, so it's not like you're gonna get too rounded. There's no way. I have not picked up the system that fast.
Well, without further ado, the reason why we are doing this little event today, which I've briefly talked to Boots and Gary about this. So, essentially, there's been discussion floating around about teams starting to form. Now, within these teams forming, I have already been shown that Boots has already showed that he wants to be a part of this team. Though out of character, he feels like he kind of created it and it was stolen from him. But we're not going to get into all that.
That's not how it is. I'll explain it later.
That's cool. I understand. But to make it, from what I've seen, make it a little bit more, coherent, what we're going to say is that since Gary looks like he's going to be Patrick's number 3, and I could be wrong about that, but from what I see, I think you're going to be number 3. I think it's only fitting that you be someone to go ahead and test Mr. Boots here.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
This would be a good way to get a little bit of inter-character interaction with one another. So, I mean, why the hell not?
It's going to be interesting.
So, we're going to start these 2 characters off in one of the sparring arenas. I guess it would only make sense to do it in ESF territory. Now, this sparring arena, it's, a large circular arena with, large tiles. As the fighters are inside of this arena, and of course, like I said before, they're both completely stripped of equipment. They're just wearing normal underclothing battle suits. These hexagonal lines start forming from the ground in a dome shape around this arena. Now, within these hexagonal shapes, they start what looks like plates are appearing. And this basically creates a dome that stops any collateral damage. So if you guys fire a blast, you don't kill a random citizen walking down the street 12 miles away.
That would be horrible. Just, you guys are wanting to murder. Why? Because what do you decide to dodge a blast instead of blocking it?
It's great, though, because by doing this, the construction people have so much more money.
We're creating jobs.
This is good. We are helping the economy.
Construction people have money. What's the downside? We have to pay for all the funerals.
It's population control.
Man, fuck it. Hey, there's not many sayings to begin with, So, I went ahead and I painted you guys a scenario. I'm just going to have you guys just standing in the arena, and I want you guys to, feel free to roleplay at your own comfort levels. And you guys can begin whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. So, the Reptilian is going to look across the arena to his opponent, give him a thumbs up, and go, "So I hear you've been looking for something of a test. I can kind of see why you feel like you want back on the team. As for how far you're going to go, you might have to talk to Miles, but hey, you can beat me. I'll put in a good word for you. See what I can do."
And then I'll just sit there and start cracking my knuckles. Let's get to it then.
Alrighty.
Now, if you guys want, feel free to talk out your moves or type them out, whatever feels better for you.
We can tell you what our moves are, because I can't type for shit.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm used to whatever.
So, I'm going to start things off, because I've been curious how this works out. Double tap speed, 2 AP, RAM signature concentrated, 2 focus points.
Whoa. Remember, I'm writing with a pencil. You need to slow down a little bit.
Alright. I was
Double tap speed, 2 action points.
3 PP head. What? Ow.
That might hurt a little bit.
Yeah, if it lands, it's going to hurt.
So, double tap speed, 2 AP.
2 AP RAM. I think the 2 AP goes to the RAM. I did not organize this that well.
I would put the 2 AP on the tap, because if you tap without action points, you take that second to, flex and get your power up.
I see what I did. Okay, so double tap speed, 2 AP, RAM signature concentrated, 2 focus points, 2 stagger, apparently. Okay, so...
1 stagger.
1 stagger? Okay.
You can put 2 different effects, you can't put 2 of the same effect on a physical.
Okay.
So many people do that, even veterans. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Power punch, 2 PP, wind knockback, and beam 10% with focus point. Let's see how that works out.
Wind knockback, and last thing was a beam? 10%?
Beam 10% focus point.
For a spar, that was a pretty hardcore little fucking combo there.
I said I wanted to test it. Let's see how it does.
So he's boosting his strength. He wants to do a concentrated ram, which is critical damage if it hits with focus points, and stagger to help him hit the power punch. And if that hits, it's going to have power on it to do even more damage with wind and knockback, followed by a beam. If not enough, I'm going to shoot him at the end with a focus point. And Booth's just like...
All I initially said I was going to do was a headbutt.
I'm going to headbutt. Well,
It actually does fit my character, because if you remember, when he lost to the android, he got pissed. Because if people ask him to fight, he's going all out. He isn't even holding back.
last time I held back, I got my ass whooped. But holy shit, that is such a huge difference in combos. Boots, pray you go first. At least you have the initiative. Alright, so starting things off, Gary, you got a 17. Johnny, you got a 9. So, yeah, Boots, you're not going first. Sorry.
Hey, at least I didn't 10 over. This could be so much worse.
Now, this is good for you guys to know. If you ever tap, charge, or power up in the beginning of your turn, you immediately get that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop that on right now. Now, normally, if you do a double, I roll for it to see if it passes or not, and you can lose additional rage. I'm not even going to worry about that. This is just a spar. We're going to skip that. But I want you to know that for future events, so you're not like, why the fuck didn't it work? So, just putting that out there. Alright, so that'll help you out. And what I'm going to do, even to help you guys out even more, I'm going to go ahead and put your guys' modifiers for your rolls on this page here. So that means right now, Gary, and this is based off Gary. Gary, you get +1, almost +2.
Nice. Alright.
Alright, so starting off, we got that ram that is concentrated with 2 focus points and a stagger. And Gary got a 6, and Johnny got a 9. Of course, that 6 turns into 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's going to be a half hit.
That's alright.
So, you know, as the fight starts off, Boots is standing there, Gary standing, you know, a few yards away. Suddenly, Gary just comes zooming outwards, throwing his shoulder out. Boots crossing his arms, taking the hit as he slides back across the ground on his feet. The moment he begins to bring his arms down, ... We got a 16 to a 1. In this game, in most instances, 1s are good. So, Gary is already in front of Boots, swinging with a wide right hook. Boots puts one hand out, grabbing onto his wrist, putting his other hand to his chest, throwing him over his body. Gary flipping around, landing to his feet. As he's landing, he has one hand already out, firing out a beam. And this is a 9 to a 4. That is going to be a hit. So the beam slams into Boots' side, making Boots stagger back a little bit while holding his side, as Boots is going to try to retaliate. So as Boots is hit, kind of grits, he just rushes forwards, reaching out, grabbing Gary by his collar. As he grabs Gary by his collar, he begins to pull forwards, as Gary jumps up, putting both feet on Boots' chest, pushing off of him, flipping backwards, landing to his feet. That is going to be a dodge.
There.
That was a 5 to a 7. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's an awkward spot to be in.
So, Gary, you got that concentrated ram, which is going to hurt like shit.
Even for a half hit, that's probably going to hurt.
Oops. And then you got that beam with 10%.
Yeah.
Let me put a focus point on that. Which is funny because, I mean, for the most part, you did pretty damn good for your rolls. I mean, you guys' rolls aren't horrible. It looks like your dice are kind of standing next to each other a little bit. But for Johnny's sake right now, it's not a good thing. So you got 186 damage. So it knocks Johnny down to 78, basically 79% of his health.
That's not bad.
No.
Alright, so...
I like how suddenly the sound music's playing again. Do 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 do. My shit. All right, whenever you guys are ready, go ahead and let me know your next moves.
Alrighty. Let's actually go for. Curious to see how much this will do, just based on stats. Power punch, power punch. I'm gonna put AP 1 on both those. One for stagger and one for wind if I can.
Two action points on both.
I was putting one on either one.
Okay, so stagger on the first, wind on the second.
And the second is wind.
Okay.
And then the other two.
Remember, you don't have to always do 4-move combos.
That's true.
But do whatever you think is right. I don't want to coach you guys too much or make you change your combos.
Fine.
But you know, if you do smaller moves, just like that headbutt, if that headbutt would have hit, he would have done a shitload of damage with that one hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna add one more thing in with Ram, 1 AP, Wind, 1 AP, knockback.
Alright, so we got a power punch with a stagger. We have a power punch with a wind. Ram with a wind.
And Ram, 2 AP for one stagger and one knockback, one wind.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Yep.
Looks like Boots is going to tap strength, charge elbow, put a double axe handle. Now this focus in the beginning there. What are you focusing?
I was going to use a focus point for onset.
For what?
Hold on for a second. I want to
Alright.
bring my...
Just like Boots did,
I
you're probably gonna...
was trying to use a focus point because it says it increases your chance to hit or dodge any attack by 2.
You put them on the moves. Imagine you're at the casino and you already laid out what you're doing. You're dropping these tokens on your move saying, I want to make sure this is good and that's good.
Oh, I was just trying to dodge an attack.
Oh, which attack do you want to put a focus point on?
Oh, for his?
Yeah, you literally, if you want to use it against him, you have to say, I want to put a focus point on the Ram, the Power Punch, whatever.
What attacks did you do again? Because I've already forgot all of those.
Power Punch with a stagger, Power Punch with the wind, and then a Ram with wind and knockback.
Okay, I'm going to do on the first attack.
Alright. Now, I am going to say that was actually a pretty good move. I maybe would have put it on the Ram, but the good thing is that Power Punch has stagger. If he hits you that Power Punch, it's just going to help him hit the rest of that combo. That may save your ass. I'm also going to go ahead and let you know, since this is a spar, you're tapping your strength, I'm going to make you put an action point on that because it'll make it so that you're not staggered from tapping your strength. You also cannot charge and tap in the same turn. So I'd say just drop the charge altogether and just attack him. Fuck him up.
Okay. Okay.
So tap strength, and then we have elbow, uppercut, and a double axe handle. So rolling for initiative, and it looks like Johnny's got a 19, Gary's got a 16. Johnny, you go first. So as you know, Boots is pushed backwards from Gary shoving both feet off of him, dodging his headbutt. Boots immediately comes rushing forwards. Let me go ahead and give you that tap for strength before I do anything else. Keeping that power level up. So we have a 19 to a 16. So that elbow is going to be successful. So as soon as Gary flips landing to his feet, Boots is already in front of him. Boots has his elbow buried into Gary's gut. Gary bowling over as as Boots immediately swings that same fist upwards, and we have an 11 to an 8. That's also going to be a hit. So Boots just slams his fist into Gary's chin, knocking Gary up into the air. And as Gary is going up in the air, Boots is already diving into the air with a 20 to a 15. Boots locking both hands up above his head, swinging downwards, crashing down over the top of Gary's skull. Gary plummeting downwards towards the arena, hitting the arena face first with a critical. That is going to hurt. That was a good comeback.
So, how much rage do I have after that?
Well, you have to wait till your next turn in order to spend
I was just asking.
I don't know yet. We shall find out.
Alright, okay. Well.
So, give me 1 second. I forgot to take away this. Alright, and so we get the elbow. We're going to go ahead and drop the damage as we go. This way it'll make the fight a little bit more realistic, and it'll be closer to an actual battle. So elbow got 0.6, that power punch 0.6, that double axe handle 0.85. That is 285 damage.
Ow.
That hurt like shit. But if you look, even though Gary's at, 71, basically 72%, and Johnny's at 78, 79%, you guys' health are 655 and 652. So this is still an even fight until we figure out what happens with Gary's combo. So, Boots comes dropping down over the top of Gary as Gary quickly bounds up. We have a 19 to a 19 with that power punch. And thanks to that focus point, actually, and everything else, that is still going to be a dodge.
Fuck.
So, Gary just pushes himself to his feet, swinging upwards at Boots, and Boots is dropping downwards. Boots springs backwards, dodging this punch. Gary immediately rushing forward, swinging his other fist with a 20 to a 7. That is a critical and a 10 over.
Is the 20 on me?
Yes, you got 4 points.
I've got 4 points. I've never actually used that chart, so I can find it real quick.
All the way down at the bottom.
Yeah. F4 I can do. Let's see. I will add knockback, and I will do knockback stagger and mighty blow.
Not a bad call. So as Boots had bound backwards after dodging that first punch, Gary comes in with a left, just cramming his fist into Boots' nose. Blood kind of trickling down as Boots hits the ground in his back, sliding a little bit before flipping back to his feet. As Boots is already rushing forwards, we have a 5 to a 16. As Gary comes into Boots, Boots drops backwards, putting Gary in a headlock, lifting him up, and throwing him backwards. So that is actually technically a stop combo, even though it's the end of your combo. That is going to give Mr. Boots a small advantage starting into the next round.
That's unfortunate.
Boots is like, not for me, fuck you.
We're going down now.
Alright, we'll see about that.
So that is 129 damage to Boots. That puts Boots down to 64% of his health. It's still a pretty damn good fight so far. I mean, you guys are still necking it a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, hey. So is that after the damage I've taken, or... I'm assuming we haven't done rage yet.
Rage auto-calculates. If I did damage, the rage automatically popped up.
So I'm at 57 rage. I haven't done for anything yet. That's unfortunate.
Let me see my rage.
Remember, the stream's also on like a 20-second delay. So if you're watching it, you may have to wait a couple seconds to actually see what you got. Or you can ask me and I'll just tell you.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much rage I've got. I'm pretty sure it's 57. It's
Yeah, you have 57. And Johnny has 88.
Okay.
Okay. This is gonna be interesting.
Alright, and I got your guys' points now up to date.
This isn't gonna be too bad.
So I like that focus point at least helped you dodge, but then he rolled that crit and said, don't dodge my shit.
He's like, that would have hit! Damn focus point! Boom!
There's a message that says, like... that is some sexy picture, Gary. The walrus thinks you're amazing.
Alright then.
It's almost as good as Johnny's picture. You can't beat the just stationary, just blank face. I think it's supposed to be shoulders. It might be really perky boobs. Who knows? So anyways, continuing on. Oh, John's like, no bad Gladitorian. You don't dodge my shit.
Yeah.
Alright, and whenever you're ready, let me know your next moves and we shall tackle them together.
Alright, let's see. Overdrive times 1. Because I'm assuming that applies strictly to stats. You don't have to do that with moves, if I remember correctly.
Overdrive times 1. And what's in it?
Overdrive times 1. Uppercut hook with 2 power points and a focus point. Let's see how this does. See, how many power points do I have? You only use 2, correct?
To be honest, I don't keep track of most of your physicals. The only ones I really care about are like rams and headbutts.
Okay. Let's see. And then I think we'll do 2 knees with AP for knockback and then AP for wind, and then
And that's 1 on each?
yes.
Okay. 1 knockback, 1 wind.
Yeah. So, and then I think we'll add. How many more power points do I have? I have to check.
After you spend these 2 power points, you're still going to have 4 left.
Okay. So then I'll actually hold off on attaching power point to that. Let's see. What else can I do? What's already gonna have overdrive, so that hit's gonna hurt.
But yeah, I mean, you're talking about boosting your strength up by 10%, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I put you over Johnny and kicks your power level way the hell up.
Alright. Let's go with it. We'll save the rest of it for now.
Alright. And Boots, whenever you were ready.
Yeah,
Gary, just to make sure... Oh, just to make sure, Gary, with your move, overdrive times 1, uppercut, 2 power points, 1 focus point, knee with the knockback, knee with the wind.
Yeah.
Just making sure. So what you got, Boots? He's got a power-up, focused round, roundhouse kick, drop kick, power punch. There is nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm going to help you out again. That power-up, it's a good idea to go ahead and pop just 1 action... I mean, you got 20 action points. Pop an action point on there so that you're not standing there looking like you're constipated while you're charging. This way your aura is on while you're moving. It's the best description for it, I don't know.
I just fucking pictured that with the
16 episodes. Ah, fuck.
Exactly.
So you got a power up, and I'm going to put the action point on there. And then we're going to do a ram, a roundhouse kick, a drop kick, and a power punch.
Ow.
I like it.
Now it's just all got a hit.
Touche. And of course, like I said before, you immediately get that power up. Now, note that you are doing a 5-move combo.
Yeah, I can use the action point.
So... that power up is not going to be quite strong, but it'll do something. It actually, I think, puts your strength at what Carrie's is going to be when he overdrives. I'm powered up, but mine's permanent, bitch. Alright, so rolling for initiative. And it looks like Gary got a 2 and Johnny got a 9. Johnny, welcome to going first. So, as Johnny goes ahead and throws Gary back over his shoulder, you know, Johnny's aura kicks on as he bounds back into the air, rushing back towards Gary before Gary hits the ground. We got a 19 and 11. That is going to be a hell of a hit as he just slams his shoulder into Gary. Gary hits the ground, kind of skipping across the ground like a stone across water as Boots is rushing towards him, spinning around in the air, throwing his leg around. We have a 13 to a 9. And with... let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh... it is going to actually be a miss, sadly.
Oh.
So, Boots swings his whole body around, throwing his leg out as his leg passes right through Gary. Gary appearing in the air as, while Boots is spinning around. He puts one hand out on the ground, sliding across the ground while spinning around, throwing both legs out as Gary's rushing down towards him. And we have a 15 to a 17, and that is also, sadly, going to be a miss. So as he puts both feet out, Gary puts one hand on Boots' legs, bounding over his legs, rushing down towards him. And then we have a 15 to a 4. Boots immediately pulls his hand off of the arena, swinging forwards towards Gary as Gary's coming down at him. As this is happening, suddenly Gary's body begins to glow as he just rolls right over that punch and just swings straight down at Boots' face. And we got a 20 to an 11. As Gary swings down, his fist slams into the arena, shattering the tile as his fist passes right through Boots' face. Boots appearing back into the air. Boots, you got the 20. As Boots appears in the air, Gary immediately appears in the air as well, his knee burying deep into Boots' guts. Boots spitting up a mixture of blood mixed with saliva that is going to be a critical with that first knee. As Gary immediately thrusts his other knee up into the air, that is a 17 to a 12, slamming his knee into Boots' chin, blood and saliva kind of spurting out of his mouth as he drops back a bit. Well, that sucks. Guess he's going to not be so good for you this time. Dr. Wallace says, Boots, any relation to Trunks? And then puts a picture of some strange man face. I have no idea what that is. I'm an adult. What the fuck is that? Anyways. Johnny does 66 damage to Gary. And then Gary gets that overdrive running. As his power level goes from 46,575 to 50,645. And like I said, look at that. The strength is exactly matched with Johnny's. I called that shit.
I had to overdrive times 10 to match his power ups. Jesus Christ. I mean, it was only 10%, but it's 10%.
So that knee was a crit, and you did a 3-move combo, and the other knee was a hit. So
yeah, it's probably not going to feel too good. Won't be
189 damage.
30%.
Yep, so we're looking at 65% to 42%. Johnny, if you have magic hidden within your loins, now is the time to use it.
Ooh.
What's my rage at right now?
Your rage is at 132.
Okay, that's enough to.
Type 1 Dragon Rush.
Yes, Johnny, you can barrage. And apparently Gary's going to do a Type 1 Dragon Rush.
Yes. Alright. And so that gives me 3 extra power points, focus points.
Yes.
That's going to be interesting. Let's see what I can do. What do I got left in the tank over here?
Well, I also didn't take away your points yet because I was talking, so give me just a second and we'll fix that.
So if I barrage, that's all I can do is barrage, right?
Yes. Now, what you can add to a barrage, you don't have enough rage to do an overdrive to it, but for 60 Kai per aura burst, you can do an aura burst times 3 max for 180. You can also, if you want, distraction beforehand. Note that if you pass the distraction at level 1, you get plus 5%. If you fail, he gets plus 5, so essentially you get minus 5.
You want to take the gamble?
And then, of course, it's 5 for level 1, 10 for level 2, and then 15 for level 3.
Okay, and then, you said, what I gotta do? Wait, what's an aura burst?
Aura burst, use your Kai to increase your speed. And note that barrage gets a negative or a bonus depending upon difference in speed. Right now, you automatically get minus 5 to whatever your percentage roll is. If you Aura Burst times 1, it'll make it even. Aura Burst times 2, you'll be at +5. Aura Burst times 3, you'll be at +10%.
What can I Aura Burst times 3?
You can.
Okay, well then I'm gonna do a barrage with an Aura Burst times 3. I'm not even gonna type it.
I wrote it down. You're good. Now, are you gonna risk the distraction or no? Just to fuck with your head. Remember, you get +3 in a distraction roll to Gary.
Say what's up again?
You get a +3 to your distraction roll against Gary.
Bro, I got +3 then sure, yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to do a level 1, a level 2, or a level 3? How ballsy do you want to be?
Shit.
If you do
I'm gonna try to...
If you do it times 1, you'll still have a bonus if you fail. If you do a times 2, you guys will be exactly even if you fail. If you do it times 3, he'll have a bonus if you fail. And of course, vice versa if you pass.
I'm just gonna do a times 1 then.
Keeping the safe route. Nothing wrong with that. So, let us see what we got going on. What's in your Dragon Rush, by the way?
For my Dragon Rush, it gives me 3, 2, let me figure that out real quick. I was looking to see if I could find out how many points I actually had left. That's why
You have 4 power, 4 focus, 6 action.
Is that
4
counting
action, I lied.
Is that counting the Dragon Rush bonus?
No, these are your base points.
Okay. So, 4, 4. I could do something pretty good here. Let's see.
So essentially you have 7 and 7 to use.
I will do... yeah, how many headbutts do I have left? I don't think I've actually tried to headbutt him yet, have I?
No, you have not.
I was thinking about it for that one comp where I got the crit and the hit with the knees, but I don't know if I want to go for it. I will do... Headbutt. I will actually do... Headbutt with 2 focus points, 2 power points, and an AP for stagger. And then... Have I added the power points onto it yet?
You said 2 focus, 2 power.
Okay, 2 focus, 2 power, and the AP, and then I'll do another one with 2 more focus, 2 more power, and then AP knockback.
Mm-hmm.
And see how much I do with that. It's only like 2 moves, but
you have to have at least 3 moves in a.
I have to 3. Okay, so and then I will drop a ram for how many more points do I have?
You have 3 and 3 left. If you wanted to use all your points.
I have 3 and 3 if I use all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will go ram, 2 focus, 2 power, and then if I have any, do I have an AP left?
1, 2. Yeah, you'll have 2 AP still.
And then we'll do an AP for knockback.
Alright, so we have a Dragon Rush with a headbutt, 2 focus points, 2 power points with the stagger, a headbutt, 2 power points, 2 focus points with the knockback, a ram, 2 power points, 2 focus points, and a knockback. And then Boots is going to be doing a distraction Aura Burst times 3 barrage.
Yeah, it's gonna eat up this Kai, but if it lands a lot of hits, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. And the initiative roll, Johnny gets a 7, Gary gets a 6. Johnny has higher initiative.
Are you
Johnny's got
fucking
it.
serious?
And this
These
barrage
guys,
hitting you
man.
first is gonna fuck your shit up.
And assuming that it rolls really well, I'm probably about to go down.
Alright, first we're rolling for this distraction. And it looks like Johnny gets a 6, Gary gets a 7, but you add that plus 3, that becomes a 9 to a 7, so that is going to be a full passes distraction. Alright, now Boots, you know how the barrage rolls work, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here comes your first roll. 18 strikes, 80%. That is 8 out of 10 and 8 out of 10.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I would not risk trying to beat that, but that is your call.
I think I'm just gonna stay with it, honestly.
That is a very good idea. Frankly, if you said reroll, I would have to slap you. And I don't know when I would stop. Equals 18 times 0.2 times... let's see here. So Orb Burst times 3, you're going to get plus 20. But actually it's going to be plus 15. So that's 95%. And your damage modifier, where's your dice? Plus 16. 454 damage. Jesus Christ. And your health goes from 42% up to 56%, and Gary's health is now at 19.55%. God damn. So, after being struck in the chin by this knee, Gary comes rushing forwards, swinging his fist outwards, his fist passing through Boots' body, as Boots appears in the air, his aura flaring, rushing towards Gary, grabbing Gary about the collar, slamming him in the face over and over and over and over and over and over again, before grabbing him by the back of his head, pulling his head down, slamming his knee into Gary's face. Gary kind of drops backwards, blood just streaming from his nose, as Boots disappears, reappearing right behind Gary, both hands above his head, locked together, swinging downwards, cramming his hands into Gary's face. Gary bowling down, slamming into the arena. It cracks and shatters, as suddenly Johnny appears on the ground, both feet into Gary's chest. The, cracked tile sending debris flying out in all directions. As as Boots bends down and starts punching Gary in the face over and over and over and over and over again. Blood kind of splattering around the arena. As suddenly Gary just puts both hands out and discharges a bit of Kai, knocking Boots off the top of him. Boots flipping around, huffing and puffing from his exhaustion of Kai, and Gary huffing and puffing from getting the shit beaten out of him. As ... By the way, I figured since what you told me before, the headbutts were appropriate. With the over and over and over. So, Gary immediately rushes forwards, so we got this headbutt. We have a 5 to a 3, but right now, because of all that damage, you guys are actually the same speed currently. So, did I say 15 to a 3? Luckily, you can't stop combos. That is a dodge. So as Gary rushes forward towards Boots, swinging his forehead out, Mr. Johnny puts his knee out, stopping Gary from approaching him. As Gary grabs him by his collar, pulling him forwards. This is an 11 to a 3. As Johnny just goes ahead and shoves him backwards. Gary sliding back a bit before immediately charging back forwards, throwing his shoulder out. We have a 19 to a 5. God damn. As Johnny moves to the side, putting his hand on Gary's shoulder, shoving him forwards, as Gary stumbles forwards a bit before stopping himself. That sucks and will do.
And at that point, since he's at 19% health, he's going to tell Boots, you were recruited to the group, you weren't actually part of the ones that made it. However, I won't talk to Patrick about it because I'm about fucking done. I have nothing left and I'm not going to be able to respond to whatever the fuck that was, referring to the 400 damage. And with that, he just vanishes.
Gary called it.
Yeah, he's done. He's got nothing left, and I can't.
John's like, Gary, you have Kai.
Yeah, he's also at 19%, and after a year ago, he's kind of remembering the android virtually crushing him, so he's probably not going to be seen on the planet for a good long time after this.
It's just a sparring match.
Well, no, yeah, but I'm also factoring the fact that he's a Royal and an ESF, so he's like, well, that's twice I've been completely destroyed, why am I here?
You have to also remember that during the time skip, I mean, most of your notes were all positive. You did great over the last year. There were some people that did some pretty shoddy stuff, so, I mean, you have definitely redeemed yourself over the past year. So don't feel too discouraged.
Yeah, but Kai wouldn't have fucking mattered according to my dice.
My dice caught Finneran syndrome. They only wanted 2s. That shit was never gonna fucking land. Not in my condition. Like, I could get a fucking 14. In my condition, it would still probably miss.
Well, right now you guys are dead even, but I mean, if you want to call a match, I mean, feel free. This was just a sparring match for learning.
How are we dead even after I took 400 damage? What the fuck?
Because you're naturally you were tapping, so the tapping kind of.
Okay, so he's not gonna vanish from the match, but he does have his word that I'll talk to Patrick about maybe rejoining the squad. Because he dropped him below 20%, and right now, things are kind of going entirely his way, so he doesn't see a reason why not. Alright, but he is going to try, let's see. I've actually got Kai left. How much do I have left? Because I know he used a boatload of it with that aura burst.
You still have, 322 Kai, Gary.
Yeah, that's true. What else? Yeah, I've been trying to hold back on it. I wanted to see how much I could actually do with physicals before relying on my Kai.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a Kai move. I already have mine up.
You've got almost no Kai left, so I don't know how much you'll do.
He can do a 30%.
He can do,
but what you can't do is you can't tap your strength because you're out of rage.
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
It just updated anyways. I thought I had like 200 something Kai left.
So, according to... Okay.
Take all that back.
That's fine.
You actually have 85 Kai right now. A 30% would cost you 96. You can do it, but you'll be in the negative. Which is scary, but you won't be too far in the negative.
So...
the only reason I thought I could do it is it just updated, so I thought I had like a shitload of Kai still.
Let's see, so I still got... Do I still have 4s in my stuff?
No.
No,
you have
okay,
ones.
yeah, I gotta wait for the update.
You have 1 power, 1 focus, and you only have 1 action.
1 power, 1 focus, 1 action. Fuck! Alright, let's try. I still got my tap point. Actually, what do tap points do? Are they only for, like, stats?
Yes.
That's what I haven't been doing that probably would have helped me.
Tap points, you can increase your Kai, your strength, your speed.
Well, I don't have much of... I have a lot of Kai left. Does the level of Kai versus the percent you put in, the more... Isn't it like the more Kai you have, the more damage you do?
Yes. Base-wise, yes, and also how much you put in, yes. Remember, if you pump, it also is going to make it harder to hit. And you only have 1 focus point left. 1 signature, you still have your Wave Blast and your Wave Ball.
I was thinking about that. What do sig points do for key moves?
For signature, you can either do signature concentrated, signature focused, or you can do a mixture when you mix two Kai attacks together to make a new move.
Alright, what does concentrated do?
Concentrated means it do critical damage if it hits. Focused gives it a large chance to hit.
Alright, so I will do I'm going to tap key, wave blast with a focus and a power, and then a signature if I can. And it's going
actually, you cannot signature. Okay. Those 2 are signatures. Okay. You can't double signature.
Okay.
So tap Kai, you want to do a wave blast?
Wave blast, yeah.
What are you putting on it?
I was going for power point, focus point, because I've only got 1 left, so I pretty much got to put to see how much I do, because I can't drop him below 20%. I might call the match, because I'm just like, ow, my fucking face. Let's see. What else do I have left? I don't suppose I can EX point it for any reason.
EX points are random, whatever they do.
Yeah, if I EX point key move, I'm assuming it has a chance of boosting power a little bit.
Yeah, it could do power, it could do chance to hit, it could do an additional effect.
Alright, how many EX points can I drop on that?
Well, you can only use 1 EX point in an entire turn.
Okay. I'm going to EX point the Wave Blast that I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
And...
How much Kai do you want to put in it?
And I will put in 30%, see how much I got. Let's see if I do anything.
And you want to put that one action point on your tap for Kai?
Yeah. I should probably not have the 30% in my condition, but hey, we'll see what happens.
What does the EX points do again?
It's completely random.
If you, whatever you put it on, it gives it a random boost.
Okay. And points don't count as moves, do they?
No, they do not.
No.
Okay.
See, this is where shit gets serious, because if Boots can manage to hit this, he's going to do a pretty damn good amount of damage. But depending upon what Johnny has planned, Johnny might be able to just take him out.
I'm going all out with this.
3 power points, headbutt, focus point, 2 action points, win, knockback, EX point. So just one massive fucking headbutt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am gonna step in, even though it's not like you really need it right now. Remember, you still haven't touched either one of your signature points. Make it focused, make it concentrated, make it mixture. Drop a little bit of Kai on it. Fuck it, whatever.
Concentrate, increase physical damage by 30%. Actually, I am going to drop a sig point, and I'm going to make it focus to increase my chance to hit.
So, Boots, we have a headbutt that is focused with 3 power points, 1 focus point. We have a wind and a knockback with an EX point. That move is so loaded, I think it might be pregnant. Alright, so, now for one of the biggest moments of truth, the initiative roll. Gary got a 12. Johnny got a 19.
Woo!
Gary, cross everything you have and pray he doesn't headbutt you. Or this could suck.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen at 19%. I'm pretty much just gonna take that in the face and be at negative 40. Like, there's almost no way I can dodge this unless I get a 20 and stop combo.
Well, alright, so as Gary rushes towards Johnny stepping to the side and shoving Gary. Gary slides forwards before stopping and turning around. As he does, Boots is already in front of him, his head drawn backwards, as Boots swings forward with all of his might. As he does, he passes right through Gary with a 13 to a 1. Gary getting a special dodge.
Oh my god!
The dice gods have helped you. If this was any other RPG, you would have crit failed that.
I know.
Any other game, it is a crit fail.
Any other game, my prophecy would have been true. I would have taken 40% instead of like fucking 16 because crit fail.
Alright, so as you do your Wave Blast with a power to focus point with 30%, we have a 4 to a 2.
Hey!
Now, since you did get a critical, you are going to get a small bonus. So we're going to make this 4, even though it's not going to help too much, into only a measly little 5. And then with your focus point, it's going to turn into a 6. Now the problem is you did a 30%, so it's going to drop by 9. It'll put you at negative 3.
Oh god, yeah.
It is the only move, negative 2. And it's technically still a wave move. That's negative 1. It is a blast, so it's going to get reduced. So we're going to go 0. We're going to roll for your EX point. Your EX point actually states plus, so we're at 1. And then also because of the fact that it's wave, it's going to get an additional plus 1. So actually, you are 2 to 2. That is a half hit.
Better than nothing.
It is not great. It is not grand.
But it is something. I didn't waste the key entirely.
I actually kind of like that happened, because this is going to make things a little more interesting. Because now pretty much whoever goes first next turn is probably going to fuck the other person right in the face. So as Boots swings his forehead, and his forehead passes right through Gary. Gary appears behind Boots, both hands backwards in Kamehameha formation, throwing both hands forwards. Boots turns around, crossing his arms, putting his knee up, taking this wave as he slams into the side of the energy dome. It kind of sparkles and sizzles as this wave is crashing into Boots, spreading around him and hitting the arena walls. As it begins to settle, you know, all the underclothing on Boots' leg is completely gone. His gloves are charred and cindered. You know, smoke still building up from his arms, as we will see how much damage this does. So a wave.
Yeah, I think one of those has a chance to explode. That's what I was banking on.
And I gotta take these in half. And then it would have been 113. So instead, that is 57. You do 177 damage.
That's not bad. That was a half hit. If that would have hit all the way, this fight would be pretty much even.
Hell yeah. You gotta make sure whatever you do next time, it's worth it, or you're fucked. This is just too damn close.
Win decreases initiative, correct?
Yes.
Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna do, because I'm pretty sure I got rage even though I special dodged that giant fucking headbutt. That thing was so big, you put on the cheat code for bobblehead for a second. The shame is you missed.
And then Johnny used a shitload
Stay
of points.
still this time, you damn lizard.
Who are you calling a damn lizard?
Fucking monkey looking son of a bitch.
Pretty much. He's out of there right now. He's got nothing. He's just like, who are you calling a fucking lizard?
3 power point headbutt with a focus point. So he does the same exact move as last time. He is hellbent on finishing you with a fucking headbutt.
So, I'm going to, because I got the key for it, Aura Burst times 3. Can I attach anything to that?
There's nothing we can staff on Aura Burst. You just put things inside of it.
What can I put in an Aura Burst?
Whatever you want. Aura Burst, you're just basically kicking up your speed, and you just put moves inside of it.
Alright, so I'm just gonna Aura Burst times 3. I got the key for it.
Are you doing this to attack or dodge or what?
I'm going to Aura Burst times 3, Signature Focus Dodge, or if I can. Can't you like Sig Dodge or something?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna Sig Dodge this. I am not getting hit by that fucking bobblehead.
Now what do you want to do for your attack?
And then for my attack... Actually, I've been winning them a lot. What does a Vanishing Attack do? If anything?
A Vanishing Attack makes a move based off of initiative rather than speed, but you have no rage, so you can't really.
Okay. Wow. Oh, I didn't get any rage because I dodged that giant fucking headbutt. Alright. Fuck me.
I'm okay, thank you.
No, not offering, thank you.
Damn it.
Anyways. Yeah, this is pretty much just a damn it thing, because I used up all my points too early. Fuck. Let's see.
I blew my load.
I'm gonna go for beating 20%. Is there anything I can attach to that to make it any better? I'm pretty sure I'm out of, like, fucking everything.
You can put an EX on it, you still have your signature.
Yeah, yeah,
no, you're using your signature to dodge.
I Sig Dodge.
Yeah,
I will EX tap it. Like, I'm gonna EX point it, see what I get.
Plus EX. Yeah, that's literally all you can do to it right now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, the good thing is at least, beams get that +2, so it'll help you a little bit. It'll make that -6 and -4.
Yeah, and if I happen to get a 20, this will do some nasty work.
Well, and if you manage to go first, since you didn't get a half hit, you'll still get an additional bonus from hitting him previously.
Alright,
So
cool.
I guess we'll have to see how this plays out. Alright, so for the initiative roll, Johnny got a 7, and Boots... Sorry, see, Johnny is Boots. Got a 7, and Gary got a 5. So Boots goes first.
Fuck me, dude.
So after, blocking this wave and hurting himself slightly, Boots comes rushing forward, his head drawn backwards as Gary's aura bursts on around him as he tries to bowl backwards. And Gary gets a 1 and Johnny gets a 14. What the fuck? That is a dodge?
Oh, that's a dodge?
So, after, it's the one is a special dodge, remember? Because I did it last time, too.
So you just lost rage and a signature point for nothing because you would have dodged. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, seriously, I didn't think I'd get 2 1s in a row. I was like, okay, I've got a 1 in 20 chance of not getting smashed by this bobblehead. I better just play it safe.
Holy shit. And so, as Boots swings his head forwards and Gary bowls backwards with his aura flaring, he immediately throws one hand out, firing out a beam, and we have a 16 to an 11 as this beam slams into Boots' chest, knocking Boots back against the arena wall yet again. That actually hits. If it wasn't for the crit, you would not have hit that.
I know. I had to bank on something. I'm forced to rely on RNG, and it's not a good place to be in. It's very uncomfortable over here.
That's 244 damage.
Ow!
Now, I have to say this out of all fairness. Gary, if you do not go first, you lose. Because Johnny, under 15% of your health, the cost of all your special moves drops by 75%. Johnny, you have already done 1 barrage, which means your second barrage costs 100 rage. And if you take 25% away from that, it only costs 75 rage in order to do a barrage.
Wait, why would I take so much, wait. Explain that one more time, I'm sorry.
When your health drops below a certain percent, special moves, the cost gets cut.
Yeah, that's for Saiyans only, I think, isn't it?
No, Saiyans there's 20%. Everyone else is 15%.
Oh, okay, so Saiyans have mentioned it.
So, Johnny, that means it's only going to cost you 75 rage to do a barrage this turn.
Fuck me.
So, essentially, whoever goes first to this turn wins, regardless. Oh, unless Gary swings at you and misses, then Gary's just fucked.
Then I guess, just to keep it simple and guarantee my attack, I'm just gonna do a,
Can I call for a vanishing attack?
Yeah, you can call vanishing attack if you want. No, he's doing a barrage. You can't.
Fuck me.
You know, it's the same thing as a.
Okay.
It's the same thing as doing a distraction. Yeah, you can go ahead and call it, but remember, if you fuck up your vanishing attack, you're just helping him.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm probably not going to dodge a barrage, and you even said I don't
You can't dodge a barrage at all, even if you do a vanishing
attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm trying to do is, the vanishing attack you said makes it based on initiative, right? I've been applying wind out the ass. I'm banking on having a higher initiative because I've now got the health advantage. So literally, I'm pretty much putting my face into this roll.
So,
yeah,
Mr. Boost is just going to do a barrage.
Vanishing attack, overdrive times 2.
You only have 9 rage. You can't do a vanishing attack.
I can't. Oh, what? Oh, fuck me.
you haven't gotten a chance to get rid of it.
God damn it. So guess who's stacking health next time? Because I never have any rage for anything.
Well, you don't have any rage because you've been tapping, and on top of that, you did your Dragon Rush, which killed it.
Fuck me. So.
And then the overdrive killed it.
Basically, the best thing I can probably do is Aura Burst times 3, and then Key Beam 20%, single move.
Since this is a sparring match, I'm going to go ahead and let you know, Aura Burst does not make your beam any better.
doesn't. Oh, it
When you
doesn't.
aura burst, it makes you faster. You're basically turning yourself into a rocket. The Kai that flies out of your hands does not move any faster.
I was wondering if there was anything I could do to improve my speed for the initiative roll. Probably not, though. I could probably, like, the only way I could have won this was to pretty much. Alright, let's just go for it. Key being 20%. I've apparently got nothing else to do.
So we got a beam plus 20%. So we're going for it again. Alright, so I rolled for initiative, and Gary got a 13, and Johnny got a 2.
Ah!
Gary, you go first.
I hope the beam hits. I really hope it
Hope I
does.
dodge it.
And Johnny rolled a 7, and Gary rolled a 5.
Fuck! Ah,
So,
wait a
sir?
minute. Don't beams as single actions get plus to hit? They get a
It
plus
does
2.
get plus 2, but you put 28%, which makes it minus 6, which turns it into minus 4. Even with your speed bonus, it's still minus 3. Actually, minus 2 is the power level difference. But even then, that minus 2 puts you at 3 to 7. So,
Alright, so as soon as the beam misses, he's going to call it.
yep,
because
that's match right there. Well, I guess I should say this. He's calling it. Are you still attacking or no? Remember, this is just a spar.
I was gonna say,
Well,
because
if
if
you
he,
are
I'm
painting-
not gonna hit him. I'm not gonna hit him if he's like surrendering. I'm not gonna shoot someone
I
wielding a
just
white
have to
flag.
ask. I just have to ask.
because if he is, I was gonna say, if he does attack, then I'm just gonna aura burst out of there because I've still got enough for it.
You're in a
not like
closed
my-
dome. You're not leaving.
Fuck that dome! It ate my signature and didn't crack. I'm surprised. What the fuck did they make it out of?
So yeah. So as Gary fires, his beam out at Boots backhands the beam. Well, I shouldn't say backhand. It wasn't that much of a difference. Boots just barely leans to the side as begins to rush forwards. As Gary says,
Yeah, Gary's just gonna hold his hand up and go, alright, you got it. I'm fucked. I already see you in position to attack, and I am not getting out of the way of this. I got shit all left for it. He's just gonna chuckle and go, alright, so I can't say Patrick will agree to it, or Miles, excuse me, because I'm dumb. But I'll talk to him about letting you on. I don't know about taking it over. You have to take that up with him.
And I'll just
Yeah.
lower my defense and go to the ground and offer my hand for a handshake.
He's gonna handshake, stand up, and just go, I'm kind of glad I didn't bring my armor to this fight. I feel like I'd have to repair it. I'd have
You
to
will make
repair
me
a
spend
lot
money.
of it.
and I'm broke.
Yeah, he's just like... My character in his head right now is just... Ow, fuck. How many headbutts did he get hit with? I think he got hit with rather a lot of them.
I think I only hit you with like one headbutt. Actually, you dodged most of them.
Yeah.
Both of
that
the
barrage.
big-
Technically, I role played out a bunch of headbutts.
I was gonna say, like, the two big ones that he dodged, the only thing going through his head was, no, fuck that, fuck that.
And then you just dodged both my giant headbutt.
Yeah, because the only thing on his mind right now is just, fuck that, not the nose, not the nose.
You know what? This was a good fucking fight. This was a absolutely amazing fight. There was nothing about this fight that I regret doing. Now,
I
there
don't
may have been
regret
things
it
that you
either.
guys may have regretted doing. But I'm
I
really
don't
glad that
know.
we did this instead of what I had planned. I
Whoever
think this was
Roxas
really
to-
beneficial.
I
This
think
one was really close.
whoever Roxas was, apparently I made a bad move at some point, according to him, so I'm curious.
That's
I'm gonna ask
Murloc.
him. Alright, I'm gonna ask him what was a bad move, because I don't know what he was talking about, since I had the screen maximized to keep an eye on my points and stuff. Yeah, I
Now,
think-
John makes a good point. A bear Kai beam could have potentially finished it. Because if you look, we'll just
if
do a
I
bear
would
Kai
have just
beam.
I was thinking
149 damage. If that even would have been a half hit, that would have been
about it. Yeah,
what,
it would've
74?
been- that's what I figured. Like,
I don't know the minuses for Kai yet. I was like, I probably should just do this bear, but I don't know if it'll be enough to finish.
It was that charge, that reassurance that you wanted that costed you the end of that fight. Because literally, a 5 to 7, you would have got +2. The beam would have had +2. That's +4.
Yeah, if I would have
5
just
and 4.
done
That's 9. 9 to 7 is a full hit.
Yeah, I would have fucking. I should have gone with my first instinct. I'm a dummy.
That sucks. But you know what? It was amazing. I am fucking ecstatic. This fight was so fucking close. So,
it really was.
I applaud you guys for putting up a hell of a fight for one another. It's always good to see a good show. And
Dude, when you said he did 484 damage, my eyes bugged out. I was like, ow! Fuck me!
Why did you hit me so hard? Literally, that is what turned this fight around.
See, that 484 damage was payback for the fact that he's like, yeah, this is a starter. Surprise, really fucking overdone starter.
Yeah, you kind of asked for that slightly.
I did. I did. I asked for that 100%.
We're gonna spar. I'm gonna hit you as hard as I can.
I just start this with like one small headbutt, and he just throws everything at me with the first hit.
Yeah, after that you were like, oh, fuck that, he's taking this seriously. I'm gonna do something about it.
Shit just got real. But thank you guys very much. I really appreciate you guys playing. And I guess
getting the fucking nose guard. He keeps getting headbutted.
You don't even look like you have much of a nose. It's just this little flat plane.
It just looks like a fucking forehead protector because he keeps losing headbutt battles. He's like, ow, creating trauma.
But I'm gonna let you guys, whenever you get down to it, if you guys want to talk to Patrick, whatever, that's totally your call. Whatever you guys are doing.
Yeah, because he said he put in a word for him, so I think after this I'll pull him into a call with Patrick and see how that RP goes down.
Well, yeah, feel free to roleplay that, but Patrick already knows. He's King Pat.
Alright, I figured he knew, but I figure like RP-wise,
Oh yeah, you need to knock it out RP-wise, so, you know, if he wants to ask you things in your opinion or whatever, you know, that's always the way I want it done.
The squad's going. I'm kind of curious to see how the rest of the squad's going to react when the Reptilian walks back in the house like, ow, my fucking face!
But all I have to say is, it was a Gladitorian. Yeah, they hurt when you hit you. No one likes to be getting hit by those big fucking behemoths.
You know, from now on, just because he keeps losing headbutt fights, whenever somebody says they're gonna headbutt him, I'm gonna have him just eternally cringe, because he's going to have memories of just losing the headbutts all the time. It's just the greatest.
Someone headbutts, I'm not gonna roll dodge. I'm just gonna let it hit me. Fuck it.
I'm definitely gonna roll dodge. Out of paranoia, because that will be my nose breaking for the 3rd time. Actually, no. Technically, like the 9th time, because that one android hit him 4 times. I feel like he got hit by more than one headbutt. I feel very sure of it. I know like at least one other one hit, so his nose has been broken like 7 times already. He's just like, fuck man, leave it alone. It's the only part of my face you can't see. Why do you keep breaking it?
I didn't even know I had one of those.
Yeah, that was his reaction when the android headbutted him. Like, I forgot that existed. Ow!
But I'm going to go ahead and stop this stream for tonight. For all of you watching, thank you very much. I appreciate it. For you guys playing, thank you. Hope you guys had fun. I had a great time.
I had fun.
And
Yeah, I
I
had
guess
a lot of fun.
we shall catch y'all next time.
Was.